Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. Going to be checking out a nice PvT today. I almost forgot for a second what race these guys are, but of course MMA. Let's introduce him. First of all, MMA is of course 25 years old from South Korea, and he plays for Team Acer, and he is of course very, very awesome. And his opponent, who is currently scouting in the wrong direction, is going to be Stardust. He is 23 years old, also from South Korea, and plays for the MY Insanity or the My Insanity team, depending on how you want to say it. I've got no idea what the correct way of saying it is, but regardless, he's always out there, always putting on a good show, and he's starting off with a Cyber Core, and it looks like MMA is going to be going for a command center before barracks build. So getting out there, and it's a great map to do it. This is not the biggest map in the entire world, but it is one of the biggest maps in the entire world. So yeah, it's pretty good, it's pretty safe, and we have seen this from other players, and we're seeing it from MMA here. This is the command center into double barracks build. So the way this build works is you get the command center out as fast as possible, then you get the first barracks, then you get the second barracks, and this allows you to get a lot of early Marines, and the fact that you're getting so many Marines early on and means that you can quickly defend your command center. So if there's any sort of early zealot play or anything like that, you usually have a bunch of Marines out very, very fast, and you have that early bunker straight after the command center, so you don't have a lot of problems with holding off. So straight away, ton of Marines come out, and you also get a ton of workers coming out. So because you're not going for anything gas intensive, you can see it doesn't even have any gas guys as yet. It's just all straight up mineral mining. You can pump out a ton of workers, and you can also pump out a ton of Marines very, very quickly. And so your defense still holds on pretty well. And of course, Marines are great at defending against everything early game, except maybe Zealots. But then again, Zealots, yeah, that's what the bunker's there for. So that is going to be fine. Mothership Core coming in. It looks like Stardust went for extremely early Mothership Core. Might be able to get a worker kill just while the Marines are being moved over. But no, the Mothership Core is going to be just knocking on back. And these Marines probably will, I don't know, just sort of move around a little bit. Make sure they're in the right location. Actually, all 5 of them are going to be moving out here. The Mothership Core, I don't think. We do have vision there. Oh, damn, where's the vision? I don't think it's here. I think it's on the high ground. I hate doing that. That's one of the things I hate with the game hard interface, is dealing with the vision of other people. And it looks like something just blew up there. That may have been an SCV or something. I don't think it was a Marine. We got Mothership Core going in again. We'll keep an eye on that, see if it actually gets any kills. Maybe it's managed to knock down 3 different workers, but hasn't really done any damage. We've got 1 Stalker here, 2 Stalkers, and any more units, and Stardust is very, very effectively going to be able to deal with those Marines. But unfortunately, I don't think I think he's got an idea that they're going to be here. So these Marines, do they have stim? I don't think so, but they're going to do some nice micro anyway. And I think 2 workers, maybe a third, went down there. The Marines going after this Stalker. The great sort of Jink micro over there doing a great job. And the Marines are too low on health though. And there we go, there's 2 Stalkers left, only 1 Marine left. Not going to get any more kills, but at least 2 workers did go down and 1 Stalker. And I gotta say that's definitely worth it, simply because the Stalker costs like 50 gas. So if you add in the gas cost as well, then I think those Marines are definitely worth it. And worker kills are of course always worth more than mineral kills, than actual military kills, because of course the workers have the potential to get more minerals and stuff and mine and stuff like that. So I'd say, yeah, killing workers always pays out more than actually killing army units. The only time it wouldn't pay out more is if you sacked your entire army to take out a whole bunch of workers, and then the opposing army just goes in and owns your entire base because you got nothing left. But most of the time, just if you're throwing little bits of units here and there, I'd say killing workers more important than killing military. So yeah, there we go. Stardust going to be setting up a perimeter here. Going to make sure that MMA does not go for any more vacations with his Marines all over the place, and be holding him back. And for now, it's just going to be economy, and Stardust is actually caught up quite well. He's on 42 under 43, so the chrono boost really going to work. and his Nexus wasn't too far behind MMA's, so it's definitely helped him out. In terms of tech, we haven't really got anything crazy for Stardust, I don't believe. No, not seeing anything. Got a Twilight Council with Zealot legs, that'll be quite good. Does not have Blink yet, so yeah, that's going to be fine. And MMA, meanwhile, going for the general sort of tech. We see he's actually going for a ton of barracks route now, which is not unexpected at all. And yeah, should be really pumping out the macro very soon. Got a nice scan going down there. Not really seeing anything. The Twilight Council, but that's not something he's really going to be worried about. He's going to see the double forge being chrono boosted as well. So he's probably going to guess that level 2 is on the way. He himself is just about to get level 1, maybe in another minute or so. And Stim is only just now finishing. So probably could have got that a bit sooner. But you know what? He hasn't really been in a major engagement so far. So it's not really going to hurt him too much to have that delayed. So yeah, there we go. We do have the Templar Archives, coming down. And yes, MMA is going to have to find out about this very soon. It's actually over here where he previously scanned. So we will see if he scans that same area again. And if he does, then we are going to be seeing a Ghost Academy coming out ASAP. Because of course, I mean, with High Templars on the map, you need ghosts to deal with them. And here we go, first 2 High Templars coming out. We've got the Storm coming out as well. We've got something that just got demolished here. I don't know what that is. Oh, there's a hallucinated Phoenix, I guess. Oh, the Marines, man. I told you they weren't good at Zealots. So that guy does end up going down. I'm sure he's not going to be happy about that. So there we go, small force coming out with Stardust. Mainly just scouting out for scouts or scouting out for opposing armies, blah blah. We've got a single Marine over there. Does MMA know about the base situation? No, it does not look like he does. He does not know about a third base. And if we go into Stardust map, he does know about this base. I don't know how, I guess that was the hallucinated Phoenix which saw that, but Stardust, I think he's quite far away from actually being able to confidently move out across the map and see stuff. And there we go, the scan is going to see the High Templar. Instantly, we see a Ghost Academy coming down for MMA. That was like literally half a second after he scanned, he started building that thing. So crazy amount of APM from these players. And here we go, we've got a bunch of guys moving in here. Should be able to take this Nexus down, or at least force the cancel. They got way too much damage here. And it does look like did get a very last second cancel from Stardust. Great job. These guys thinking about chasing them, but the other force coming in here, maybe thinking about moving. Stardust has no idea. He's just going to be sitting in front of this third base. And if MMA does drop over into this nice open area here, could potentially do a lot of damage. He's just going to move up the ramp though. There is one High Templar. Could get a Storm off, but no, taken completely by surprise. And Stardust is going to be trying to take out these units. Takes out a fair bit of them, but the Medivacs managed to get the rest out of there. Manages to snipe the Nexus. Very nice. Some Zealots warping out at the last minute. Do not quite able to take care of this. They're making a run for it. The High Templar is looking to intercept. Are we going to get some Storms off here? I'm really not sure. I mean, Stardust has Storms research. Maybe he didn't have enough energy there, but he definitely did not Storm. And that's, I mean, maybe he didn't feel like it. Maybe he didn't feel like it was necessary. But a Storm definitely would have just shredded those guys. Decided to save it though. And I don't know, man. I really think that not using a Storm is a bad decision, because even if you feel like you can take that army out without using the Storms, feel like it's just better to use the Zealots and save the Storms. When you're facing a player like MMA, you know he is going to micro to kill the High Templars. You know the High Templars are going down first, so you want to use that Storm before the High Templars get sniped, because you know it's going to happen. But anyway, MMA looking like he may be in a bit of trouble. There's just too many Zealots for him to handle. And they coming in here, and MMA in a lot of trouble. He's going to lose a lot of workers. We got reinforcements coming in, but they are going to get stormed. And the Storm's just hitting them so badly. And MMA just has nothing left to throw at the Zealots, man. You need a lot of firepower to be able to take out Zealots. And there's just so many Storms coming down. Just shredding his army up. There's another Storm coming down. Boom, it's just not good at all. The Zealot's going to be doing the mop-up duty. MMA may be able to hold it off here, but I don't know. His forces are starting to crumble again. The Marauders soaking up a lot of firepower. Just managing to force off that Zealot army right there. But the question is, how many workers did he lose? Not a great deal. Maybe he was just so far ahead in workers, but it looks like he got a ton of them back. I don't know where he got back all these workers. So there we go. It's finally coming out. Stardust is complaining about something there. I'm not actually sure what BM stands for, but there we go. He's got to give the GG. Obviously deciding that that was his last throw, and the fact that MMA managed to hold it off was not good for him, man. He just was not happy with that play. I guess the fact that he lost that Nexus and he couldn't take out MMA's own command center really means, I mean, that was his absolute play right there. He lost a Nexus, lost all that mining potential, and he chose. I really don't know. I really don't know why he went for that play. Because, I mean, let's look at it here, right? He had the upgrades. He could have gone for a Nexus. I suppose he could have gone for a Nexus and used the mining to get back into it. But then again, he did lose his entire army, and MMA had the macro to just pump out an army all over again. So when you're going off against a Terran player with this much stuff going on, it's very, very hard to deal with it. I mean, we did have 8 gateways, but I guess Stardust just didn't have it. Just didn't have the production capability. Chose not to go and rebuild this, so he didn't have the economy. And I got to say, regardless of what he did on the other side of the map, choosing not to rebuild this, I think was a bad move. It really narrowed his choices. He basically had to take out a base of MMA, had to destroy something, had to take out a ton of workers, do some critical damage, to even out the fact that he didn't have a second base anymore. But he chose not to. He chose to go in hard and leave his expansion till later. And in the end, going in hard did not net him the win. So he ended up taking a loss there, and very, very unfortunate. But then again, MMA, man, we know he can win games against pretty much any other player in Starcraft 2. I could not point my finger and say this is a guy who's better than MMA. I'm not saying MMA is better than everybody else, but I'm saying I don't think there's anybody out there who's better than MMA. I think you go right up the top level, all the players right up the top, and MMA will be one of them. But anyway, moving on, they're going to be checking out another game tomorrow. It's going to be just as awesome as this one, if not more awesome. That's not a guarantee, by the way. That's just a hope on my end. And yeah, it should be awesome. So thank you very much for watching this game. Stay tuned. We'll be checking out another one tomorrow. This has been Harry Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.